this isn't just a terminology issue here. These banks are ultimately, have significant influence in terms of where they choose to lend their money, where they choose to invest their money. And are they not providing themselves with the opportunity here to essentially prop up the status quo and essentially just begin to invest more and more of their money back into, oil and gas, etc.? Like, is that not what the implication of this?
Yeah, I think it's part of it, but I think there's a bigger piece here as well, and that is that transition piece as well. And we had it when we were going through our B Corp certification. Sometimes by being in certain markets, by dealing with when you're working in countries that are making decisions that perhaps you don't have to make when you're in a market that perhaps it isn't facing the same complications and challenges. It's easier to make those decisions because you're blessed with that opportunity. But when you're in a market where you're trying to deliver and you've got a lot of people demanding and working with some of your clients and doing what's in the best interest of your clients, in certain jurisdictions, the central bank and the government may be making their money looking at they have to work with extractives. Now, there's a transition plan within that, and they can be part of that transition. But at the time, coming out of it completely doesn't necessarily stop the problem. Being part of the change is, I think, I think that's what we're going to see a lot more of, where companies, for example, are saying, we're going to be involved in that, but this is the risk profile. This is the approach we're going to take. This is how we're going to do it. This is going to be a proportionate approach, making sure that we don't engage in nefarious activity, obviously, but in a way where we can be part of that